Hello, friends, good evening, and welcome to this session of knowing more about the new moon ritual. Yes, new moon and full moon are the two terms that we have been associated with since our childhood, I guess. If you are in India, we talk about Amavasya, we talk about Purnima, we talk about Ekadashi, we talk about Gyaras, and I'm sure Krishna Paksh, Shukla Paksh. We must have all heard these terms. Hi Archana Sethi, thank you so much for joining in our session today. Yes, hi Vandana Arya, thank you so much. Thanks for the compliment and thank you so much for taking out time today. I know 8 p.m. is a little tricky time, but thanks so much. Can somebody just tell me if the music is fine? I don't want the music to overpower my voice. I want you all to really be able to understand what I'm trying to say. Hi Kavita Banwari Jori, Ratna Pandeji, thank you so much for joining in. When people like you join, I consider it my blessing. Malaji, thank you so much. You're another one of my favorite people whose blessings I always look forward for. Hi Seep Merodra, thank you so much. Thanks for the compliment, Seep. Hi Vijeta, yes, thank you so much for telling me, because that's what I was waiting for, somebody to guide me if I can reduce the volume of the music. Yes, Vijeta, so let me know if it would be okay now. Hi Anuradha Ozarkar, thank you so much. Thanks so much for the compliment. Okay, Vanda Arya says that the music is fine, so it's good. Okay, so today's session is about knowing what exactly we need to do to harness the energy of the new moon. As I was saying earlier, that we in India, we all have grown up hearing the terms कि आज पूर्णिमा है, आज अमावस है, ग्यारस है, एकादशी है. So many of our friends or family people would be doing fasting or observing some sort of a ritual. But as I grew up and as I grew into the energy healing, I realized there is more to this than what we know. And yes, for the past year, in fact past few years that I have been doing or taking meditations for new moon and full moon, what I've realized is that we just do the ritual without really going a little more deeper into knowing what exactly it is. So yes, today's session is all about knowing about the energies of the moon and what we can achieve. And also, if time permits, I would like to do a small meditation so that you get a sort of a as they say, idea about what exactly we are talking about, how to harness the energy of the new moon. Okay, so Greek philosopher Aristotle and Roman historian Pliny the Elder believed that because our brain is literally a moist organ. I'm sure we all know that our bodies are made up of more than 60 to 65% of water, but even in that our brain and heart, they contain more than 73% water. So I hope now you can join, as they say in astrology, कि जो moon है वो मन का कारक है, your emotions, and we all know how moon governs our emotions also. So when there is full moon, there is a different set of emotions that we go through, and when there is Amavas, there is a different set of emotions that we go through. And also, as we have grown, we have seen the tides, the waves. We have learnt about it in our school also, and we've observed it also. So yes, our minds are definitely influenced by the pull of the moon. So in a way, if I can derive, we or our bodies are following the phases of the moon. So rather than fighting the phases of the moon and fighting with our own emotions, if we are able to align our emotions to what the moon phases mean or what the moon phases signify, it will help us lead our lives in a much better and as they say, not controlled is the wrong word, but in a much better and a peaceful and a calm manner, because we'll be embracing a lot more of our emotions than we generally do, rather than just manage it. We will be responding to things rather than reacting to things. So hey Dimple Rawat, thank you so much. Good evening and welcome. So we've just started, and yes, in case you feel that you've missed something, you may always ask me to fill in later on as well. So as we say, the new moon in Hindi, it's called the Shukla Paksh. Shukla Paksh is the phase from new moon to full moon. It is also called the waxing moon, and there is Krishna Paksh, which is full moon to new moon. So let us in general understand what do we do when we have a new moon, and what do we do when there is a full moon. So as I explained just a few days ago, when we talk about the full moon, we are talking about fullness. We are talking about abundance. We are talking about my life is full of this, my life is full of that. So when your life is also full of certain things, there are certain things which have not manifested, and there are certain things which have irritated you, which have made you depressed, where you realize that this did not work for you. So there's a lot of baggage also that builds up when we are full of things also. So full moon, always during full moon, it is the best time to release. It is the best time to let go. If you have to forgive things, if you have to change plans, full moon is the time. Hey Shivani Mahajan, good evening. Thank you so much. Your glowing dog, lovely as always. Thank you so much. Thanks for always appreciating. I think it's the screen that loves me, and of course your love is always there. So yes, so full moon is about releasing, full moon is about letting go, full moon is about forgiveness. And now we come to the new moon, because new moon is what we are going to do, and on 14th of December is the new moon. So when we are talking about new moon, we are talking about growth, we are talking about progress, we are talking about sowing the seeds for the next phase of moon. So consider new moon to be a phase of retreat. In older times, people used to say, okay, it's Amavas, it's time to rest. People used to retire home early, they would have their meals early, and they would sleep early. It was a time when you take time to be alone, to think. So what do? In a retreat, you sort of think, what do I want to do with my life? Where do I want to go? If I have a project, do I need to invest in the project? What do I need to do in the project? And all those things. So yes, it's when we are talking new moon, we are talking about regaining strength. We are talking about taking a step back, thinking where I need to put in effort, what is it that I really need to do, how do I need to conduct myself, and what is it that I want to start new, start afresh. So that is about the new moon. Yes. So during the new moon, I definitely tell all my friends and my students, and I myself write down my intentions or my goals. You can use this session as a goal setting session also, or a goal setting time also, because small goals, small things, not exactly the big ones, though of course in the intention setting that we are going to do tomorrow in our new moon ritual, it's going to be an extensive goal setting session for the entire 2021. We all know what we have gone through in 2020. So in 2021 we got to literally manifest our dream life. So we are going to do intention setting, but let us understand what exactly we can do. So when we write our intents, what happens? When we write our intents, it is like a commitment. Whenever you write, whenever we have to speak, friends, we generally just say things. Like I will also say, okay, for short of words, I'll use a certain term or certain thing. But when we have to write, we are going to think deeply. How do I express this? And so we will choose words. We will see if the sentence is right. We'll read it again and again. So, when we, just one second. So, this intention statement, it increases your accountability to, it's like a promise that you make. So when we write an intent, it becomes, one of the most crucial part. It reinforces your belief in your own abilities. And, because you're going to read that intent again and again, you are going to think, is it possible for me to achieve this? Okay, fine, let me try. Yes, I can achieve it. No, I think it's a little higher. Let me get it a little low. Or this is a little low, let me get it a little higher. So your accountability is much more. It reinforces your own thought process. You look at it, am I thinking positive? Am I thinking negative? Do I need to change my thought? Because when you write an intent, the most important thing is about the thought. And I have always believed that, as Louis Hay says, it's a thought and the thought can be changed. Yes, Archana Sethi, it's true. when we write down. I remember when I go to my kids school, the teachers tell the children, लिख के प्रैक्टिस करो. जब हम लिख के प्रैक्टिस करते हैं तो हमको ज़्यादा अच्छी तरह से याद रहता है, हमें पता चलता है हम कहाँ गलत हो रहे हैं. So I guess that is what it is, Archana Sethi. So thanks for confirming. Yes, Vijeta, intention is everything. Absolutely right. And writing an intention is an art. And so I call it like the 5-legged star, which we are going to study in our intention setting thing tomorrow, because it's an entire chapter in itself, how to write an intent. But in short, let me say that please do write intentions during your new moon, every new moon, even if it's a short-term goal. The short-term goal, the better, because you'll be able to understand the cycles of the moon better, cycles of your emotions better. So let us quickly understand how to go about embracing the new moon energies. So what is exactly happening when we say it is Amavas hai? I can't see the moon. Technically, if you see, the sun and the moon are on the same side of the earth during this time, scientifically. But from our perspective on the earth, we see only the dark side, because the sun is not shining directly there. So though sun and the moon are on the same side, we see the dark side and we feel that okay, it is Amavas. Yes. So during this time, it is a time for sowing seeds for hopes, and it is a time to keep some time for your own self. In fact, if you take note of your emotional cycle also, you will see that during the new moon time, 1 or 2 days prior to it, even now some of you might be feeling, okay fine, I don't want to meet a friend, I don't want to talk much, I want to be with my own self. That is because, as I said, your body is made up of more than 60% is water, and more so the mind. The brain is made up of 73% water. So that's why it takes the energies, it holds on to the energies. So during this time you would want to be left alone, so use this time to think about it, to go deep within you, meditate a little bit if you can, and think what is it that you really want to do with your life. And then when we have the waxing moon actually represents intention. So I'm going in the spiritual way, and so yes, of course I have read it up, and some knowledge I've gained from my parents also, because my mother used to follow the new moon and the full moon ritual also in her own way. Of course she did not write, but I'll also explain to you that writing, how to talk it out during the new moon and the full moon, that will come just in a few minutes. But yes, during the waxing moon represents intention, it represents hopes, wishes. It talks about mental groundwork for your new project. And the first quarter of the waxing moon, that means from the start of the new moon, afterwards it represents obstacles, hurdles. So once you have thought about what you want to do in a project, you have decided that this is what I'm going to do, of course you are going to face some opposition, there would be some hurdles, there would be some obstacles. So the first part of the first quarter of the waxing moon talks about your challenges. Maybe these challenges may not be physical, they might be in your mind, they might be mental, or they might actually be physical. But yes, it talks about obstacles, and the best part to deal with it is to keep a journal and to decide, keeping in mind your goal. Okay, the most important part is keep in mind the goal and then do the decision making. And then we come to one of the most important part of the cycle, that is the gibbous moon, when the moon is becoming slowly it's becoming bigger and it turns into a full moon. So before it turns into a full moon, there is a phase called the gibbous moon where it is becoming a full moon. So this is the time when we are progressing on a path. We have gone through the obstacles, we have thought through how to deal with things, and we are fine-tuning our abilities. We are refining, if we are writing a book, we are editing the book. We are saying, okay, should I write this or should I write that? Should I change this? Should I not change this? We are in the time of making changes. So if during the gibbous moon you have this desire to sit back and look at what you've done, go back and see how you can refine it, make it better, please listen to your own self. Please listen to your intuition. Please align your emotions with what is happening. Do not rush into a thing. So this is the time. And you know what, as you will see that this moon becomes bigger and fuller and is becoming a full moon, you might, there might be a completion of a project and you will say, okay, fine, tick mark, I've done it. But even when you have this done it thing, you would know that you have made these changes. This is what you wanted to achieve, and probably this was not what you got, but you got something different, a little different, or something more, or a little less. Or you might have come to a conclusion that no, this doesn't work for me. I had thought that this would work for me, but it doesn't. So it's okay. And we all know that whenever we are even putting back our plan in the trunk, or we finally say, okay, this doesn't work, we definitely carry that little bit of hurt or disappointment or disillusionment with us in our heart. So as I said, when it becomes a full moon, you will come to those emotions naturally. And that is why they also say that during full moon, people tend to sleep less, and people who have this issue of insomnia, it is at its peak during the full moon, because your heart is so full of all these things. And even if it is gratitude, still you say, okay, fine, you have to let go. So from the new moon to the full moon, this is the journey that we are going to take, and we are going to embrace all of it. So this is what, so when we do new moon meditation, please understand, we are embracing all the parts. We are embracing these two parts that I have talked about, that is the waxing moon, the first quarter, and the gibbous moon right up to the full moon, and then we do the full moon release. Yeah, so this is what is I wanted to share about the moon phases and what we should be doing. Now, how do we manifest them? Once you make an intent list, even if you don't really know how to write an intent, but you write an intent, you have an intent, you have a wish list. Hi Naman Sethi, thank you so much for joining. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing. Even that's such a sweet thing that you did. Thanks so much for sharing. So once you've made the list in your mind, and if you feel that you don't have any time to write it down or to refine it or think very deeply, I would suggest that even if you cannot see the moon, understand that it is the new moon and the energy still stays. So please go out. If you have a terrace, please go out on the terrace. And if you don't have a terrace, you can simply walk in the condo on the grass, and you can comprehend in your mind all the wishes that you want, all the intents that you have made, whatever you are thinking, your goals, your plans that you want to be manifested. It's all right if you don't write all the time. It's all right if you speak it. Yes, and allow the universe simply to take it. You can talk it aloud, you can comprehend in your mind. As I said, thought is an energy, and energy will always attract energy. And then allow the universe to help you manifest all of it. Yeah, so these are the two ways of manifesting it. Quickly, let's do a short meditation. I will just guide you, and you may probably start feeling how you can also do it tomorrow in a bigger way. In case you are joining our meditation, that is tomorrow and day after, you're most welcome. The details are on the page. Otherwise, you can do it the way I just shared, and we are going to do a small meditation right now. I'll just read one or two questions have come up. Let me just read them and answer them, and we'll go. I am company secretary in practice. Is there any kind of litigation in 2021 at some? Okay, so Naman Sethi, we are not doing any reading right now. We are talking about how you can harness the energy of the new moon and set yourself some goals, some intentions, and you can manifest, in fact, manifest the entire 2021. Yeah, so I'm so sorry. I would not be doing any reading right now. Hi Dimple Joseph, thank you so much for joining in. Hello Nitin Gupta, thanks for joining in. Hi Jolly, thank you so much for joining in. Hi Shiva Samriddhi. Okay, any specific paper I should use or any pen color? Okay, so Shiva, you know what, that's a very, very beautiful and a very valid question, and I do incorporate it in my intention writing also. Hi Kavita Banwari Rutwani. So as Shiva has asked, I generally say you can use pink, red and blue color. These are the three most powerful colors, because generally pink is for relationships. Pink is for your personal relationships that you have with people, with the world around. The blue one and the other one, the red one. The red one is for manifesting everything that you really, really want passionately, and the blue one is for the money part, the finance part. So So these are the 3 color pens that you can use, and you can write it down, and you can keep that intention wish list in a box which you can create as an intention box. And the easiest way to create that intention box is, you have these plastic containers, which we get as disposable ones. You can just put a silver foil and create a beautiful silver box kind of a thing, and you can put your intention list into that box, and you can keep it in a place where no other energies or nobody will touch it. And every single day you can just take that box, hold it in your hand for a few minutes, and think about all the intentions and visualize them as if they have already been accomplished. So yes, you can do this meditation every single day, and it will take you not more than 2 to 3 minutes, and you can do this till the next new moon. And then on the next new moon you can take it out and reread the intentions and see what has happened. Yeah. So yes, that is what it is. Siva, I hope I have answered your question. Yes, Nitin Gupta, can we only do the meditation with you tomorrow if I can't do the intention setting with you? Absolutely, Nitin. What I have done is, see, there are a lot of people who don't know how to write an intention, because as I said, that intention writing is an art in itself. There is a way, it is kind of a 5-legged star that I explained, which I'll be talking about tomorrow, and I'll be going through everybody's intention so that all the intentions are absolutely in sync with the language of the universe. But if you've already done intention setting course, or if you've already, know what your intentions are and how you have written it, you can say, okay, fine, I won't do the intention setting course for tomorrow, and directly join in for my meditation, that is day after tomorrow. Yes, so definitely you can think about that. Siva Samriddhi asks, please tell me any specific color we should use while writing. Yes, Siva, I've just said that there are 3 color pens you can use. Pink is for your relationships, red is for what you really passionately want, and blue is for the finances. So you can definitely use up these color pens and write it on the paper. Hi, Sonali Speaks. Thank you so much for joining in. It's really lovely to see you here. Are there any crystals that help during new moon and full moon, and how to use them? Okay, so generally we use the full moon energy to charge our crystals, Sonali. So you can wash them in salt water, or you can hold your crystals for 2 to 3 minutes in the running water, and you can keep the crystals in the full moon for charging. In the new moon, because new moon, as I said, is a time to sow seeds for the future. Think about a project, take time off and think what you want to do, what you want to achieve in your life. So you can use the crystal energies to help you think clearly, to help you focus, and then sort of think how you want to do. So the best crystals that you can use for manifesting is the fluorite. A rainbow fluorite is a very beautiful crystal which you can use. It helps you focus very, very well. And also amethyst. Amethyst is a wonderful, wonderful third eye crystal which you can use. Also, which I recommend very much, is the red jasper or the red coral, because the red jasper and the red coral will help you ground yourself. Whenever we are in the energy of new moon and the full moon, our mind, as I said, mind is here and there and all over the place. We might feel overwhelmed, we might feel irritable, and we might just be sort of becoming angry at a drop of a hat, or reacting big time. So we need grounding. So for grounding, you can always have a coral or a red jasper. So these 3 crystals are very, very wonderful crystals. You can use them. You can, keep it on your altar when you are writing your intentions. You can hold them in your hand when you are meditating. So before writing your intentions, you can always meditate with these crystals, or as I said, keep it on the table, because crystals have this ability to spread their energy all around. So yes, Sonali, amethyst, rainbow fluorite, and also, as I said, coral or red jasper. You can use all the 3. Hi Jyoti, thank you so much for joining in. Yes, Dimple Joseph, hi, just wanted to know, what do we do with the box we made once during the full moon meditation? I still have that box with me. Do suggest. Thank you so much, Dimple Joseph. I really like it that you have the box still. So I was just explaining to everybody how to make the box. And okay, so now you've asked about the step after we've made the box. So once you've made the box and kept the intention sheet in it, and you've been energizing it every day, as I said, during the next new moon, please open the sheet and look at it. You will surely find that some of the intentions have been accomplished. So just tick mark them. There are some in which you have made changes. And there are some you will find that these intentions do not resonate with you anymore, any longer, and you don't really think that it was a wise choice, and you want to simply allow them to move out from your energy zone also. So what you do is you simply burn it. And once the paper is got completely burned, you can collect the ashes and you can put those ashes either in a potted plant in your house, or the best method is, if you have the grass outside your house or in your condo, just go down and put the ashes there. Okay, and then write a new intention list, clean the energies of the box that you already have, and put a new fresh intention list in the box. Yes, so I hope this answers your question, Dimple Joseph. Hi Urmi, thank you so much for joining in. A box of intentions, as you had rightly told us. Yes, Dimple Joseph, yes, exactly. Yes, Siva, yes, red, pink and blue. Ratnaji, I had created intention box with your session. Can this be used to continue in 2021? Absolutely, Ratnaji. Tomorrow we are going to have a session, and I would request you that before we start the session, I would want you to, I'll be of course sending you the message also in the group, what you need to do, but you definitely need to look up the intentions tomorrow and write some more new ones. And yes, we are going to do something more with that, and they can definitely be used in 2021 if they are still relevant to you. The intentions need to resonate with you even now. Yeah. Hi Geeta Madnani, one card for me. Darling Geeta, we are not reading cards today. Cards are read on Guru Seva Guruvar. Today we are talking about the new moon ritual, how you can make your new moon literally as a milestone to launching yourself in 2021 or manifesting your 2021. Yes, Siva, thank you so much. Oh, I love the you that you've written in. Thank you so much. Thanks so much for joining in. True, Nitin Gupta. Sonu Shah, hello ma'am, how are you? I am very well, thank you so much. I wish to do the course though. Yes, of course, Ratnaji, we are doing it tomorrow and day after, and I am looking forward. Nimisha Jain, one card for my son. I'm not doing any card session, so I think thank you so much, Ratnaji. Thank you so much, Nimisha. Okay, thanks, Dimple. Okay, so quickly, I guess. Okay, so there's one question here. Hi, Seema. You said earlier that we should clear the energy of the old intentions in our moon box. How do we clear the energy? Okay, Sonali. So that's a wonderful question, because everybody here is not an energy healer, so they wouldn't know how to do it. I mean, because energy healers who've done Reiki or pranic healing, or who are into any other therapy, they would know how to clear the energies. But yes, there are people who are not into energy healing, so that's a beautiful question. See, please understand, even if you are not an energy healer, energy flows through us. In Chinese we say chi, और हम लोग हिंदी में आत्मा भी बोलते हैं. आत्मा की शक्ति होती है. और even if you have not done any energy healing technique, Sonali, if you are doing something and you suddenly feel that somebody is looking at you, and you turn around and you actually see that person, somebody looking at you. So what is that? You have an aura, you have an energy. Yeah. So we all contain energy. Yeah. So even if you are not an energy healer, what you have to do is, once you have that box, you can simply open the box, take out the old intention sheet, burn it, and put the ashes in the on the grass or in the potted plant, and you can simply clean your palms and pray to the deity or the Lord, or if you chant, whatever belief system you follow, you can simply pray to them that right now, through my hands, I wish this energy flows and cleans and clears all the energy in this box, and hold the box in between your palms, or simply put your palms, one palm on the lid, inside of the lid, and one palm on the box, that is the open bowl part. So you can put both your palms, close your eyes, and simply have this intent that the deity or the chants that you are chanting, I have cleansed the box, and visualize a beautiful white light enveloping the lid and the box, and stay with this feeling for as long as you wish. And you will get this satiety feeling, Sonali. Once you get the satiety feeling, then you can simply remove your palms and wash your hands, or simply wipe your hands, and then close the box and keep it till the time you write another intention sheet and put it into it. Yeah, so that is the way you clean the old energies. And people who are Reiki channels, they definitely know how to clean the old energy. Hello Harpreet Brar, good evening, thank you so much for joining in. Okay, so let's just take a intention that for this small quick meditation that I want to share with you all. So sit back and relax wherever you are, and ensure that you are in a space where you can meditate or quietly be in your own zone for the next 3 to 5 minutes. Yeah, and sit back put your back on the backrest of the chair. Allow your feet to allow the soles of your feet to touch the floor or the carpet. Please remove them from the chappals or the shoes if they are in there, and keep the soles directly there. Keep your palms flat on your thighs. This is an open stance that we talk about. And gently close your eyes and take a nice deep breath in. Focus on your inner self. Breathe in deeply and allow your breath to flow right down to the soles of your feet. And slowly exhale out. As you exhale out with control. And slowly bring your awareness from your soles of your feet to your legs, to your knees, to your thighs, to your tummy, to your heart, to your lungs, throat, and completely out. Once more, take a nice deep breath in and follow the breath right down to the soles of your feet. Feel a simple tingling sensation in the soles of your feet. And as you take this complete breath in, with a lot of control, slowly start exhaling. Very, very slowly. And as you start exhaling, exhale out any tentativeness, any anxiety, any stress, any pain, any discomfort that you feel on your way up from your thighs, from your belly, from your lungs, throat, and out of your third eye as well. Last time, as you breathe in a sparkling white light. Simply as you breathe in, feel and believe that the breath of air that is going within you is a bright sparkling white light with multiple rainbow colored sparkles. And fill your soles, the soles of your feet, with these sparkles and glitters. Then your ankles, your legs, your knees, your thighs, your hips, your belly, your lungs, your throat, and your head. Slowly exhale out. In your mind's eye, visualize that in 2021, roads to financial abundance have opened. You all know what you all are into, your professions, your jobs, the self-employment. Simply believe that all your projects have kicked off successfully and checks are coming to you and money is filling your wallets and your bank account number, your bank account is growing. The figures in your bank account are increasing. Visualize the numbers that you want. Visualize the number that you desire to see in your bank account. Take a nice deep breath in and simply hold it out in the universe, in this wide galaxy. Hold out that number that you see, that you want to see in your bank account to the universe, in the galaxy. And as you see this number in the darkness of the galaxy, pray to the Moon Lord to bless it, not with the energy of desperation, but with the energy of belief, of trust that it is there, it exists. And take 3 deep breaths, and as you take the deep breaths, visualize the moon coming to life from the no moon, slowly enlarging a little bit more. Take a deep breath in and find the gentle moonlight from the moon falling on that number that you wish to see in your bank account. Exhale out all the darkness, exhale out all the tentativeness. Once again, breathe in deeply, and this time see the moon growing bigger and bigger. It's nearly half moon, in fact a little more, and you can see the moonlight illuminating this number in your bank account, and you feel the abundance and the prosperity, the financial prosperity increasing and growing. See yourself enjoying the luxuries and buying and having everything that you want from this money that is there in your bank. For the last time, take a nice deep breath in, and as you breathe in, visualize the moon to become completely full. A round, full moon, and its rays, its moonlight, illuminating the number that you wish to see in your bank accounts. And along with it, visualize yourself with your family and friends, what exactly you wish to do, achieve with this money in your bank. Feel the joy, feel the happiness, and feel the moonlight softly, gently reassuring you that financial abundance is yours. Stay with this feeling. Stay with the glow of the moonlight on your financial abundance number that you see, that you want to see in your bank account. See it as if it has already happened. Allow the joy to seep into every cell, every fiber of your body. And when you feel right and comfortable, you may come back to the room. I hope you've enjoyed this small snapshot of what we are going to do tomorrow and day after tomorrow. The details of the new moon meditation are on this page. There is also a link to the group. If you wish to attend a complete session, do join in. I will take your leave and allow you to enjoy the financial abundance, the emotions, the joy that it has given you. But as you come back to the room, do remember to leave a thumbs up so that I know that you've enjoyed this meditation and the small session, the knowledge session that I shared with you. Thank you, Vijeta. Thanks so much. Thank you, Kavita. Thank you, Archana Sethi. Thank you so much. Thanks, Harpreet Brar. Thank you so much. Yeah. Bye-bye. Good night and enjoy this new moon. Manifest the life that you want for yourself in 2021. Bye-bye. Ratna Pandeji, thank you so much. Thank you. Jolly Solanki, it was amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thanks for your effort. Thank you everyone for joining in. Thank you, Sonali. Thank you, Seema. Okay, so bye for now. Enjoy yourself and see you once again. Thank you, Jolly.